coming along today. Now, I'm very keen to read through your notes and that you're very keen to drop a few kilos. So what we've designed is a program that will help you do that. Really important that we mix it up with a bit of cardio and a bit of resistance training to make sure that we're training those muscles underneath as well. So it's great that you've started from a warm-up from the bike. We're going to do that every time. When we do a warm-up, it's really designed to get your heart rate to the same rate that we're going to be working at through your middle phase of your program. And we want to make sure that you're getting up to about 70% here. So I'm going to increase your resistance as you're starting to warm up to make sure that you're working harder. Can you feel that working harder in your legs?
A bit harder there.
Great. All right. Well, we want you to do that for about 5 or so minutes just to make sure the body's thoroughly warmed up, all your muscles are nice and warm, and we're getting your heart rate up to that right level of working rate. All right. Well, let's go through now and just work you through some of your resistance exercises. Program is we're going to incorporate lots of cardio as well as resistance because your goal is fat loss and we want to make sure that we're burning lots of calories. So what we're having you do is we're going to do a couple of sets and then back on the bike. A couple of sets and then back on the bike. So when you come to the gym, it'd be great if you can try and position it like you can get your equipment close by, and that way you don't have to waste time walking in and cool your body down. We want to make sure that you're keeping that heart rate up at all times. So the first one that we've got is a bar squat, and it doesn't matter about the weight at this stage, it's all about technique. So we want your bar above your head, your knees and your feet about shoulder width apart, coming down to a squat, but we want to make sure that you keep your chest up because obviously you're holding onto that bar, so it's all about technique, not about weight. So using your glutes, your hamstrings and your quads, but also your core, making sure they stay nice and stable. Bend at the hips, bend at the knees, coming down, keep your chest upright and head upright. Okay, have a go on that one. Okay, that's good. So you want to make sure that your arms are about the side of your ears. You want to keep your arms where your ears are, that's excellent. Okay, bend at the hips and at the knees, making sure your knees are tracking over your toes. Excellent, so try and keep that bar upright as you're coming down. Chest up, that's fantastic. Okay, good. It might help if you keep your eyes up to height level rather than looking down. Excellent, that's really good. Does that feel comfortable?
It does.
Right.
It's horrible.
All right, we look pretty good there, Erica. So let's now move on to the next set. With those exercises, we're actually going to get you to do them 10 times and we're going to repeat them twice. So the next one is just simply a jump lunge. Have you done a lunge before?
I have.
Yeah, okay, so the main thing with lunges is you want to make sure that even when you're lunging forward, you keep your feet still shoulder width apart just to give you that balance. And we're bending at the knees, keeping our core strong. So it's simply jumping forward and jumping back. Jumping forward and jumping back. And the same on the left leg and jumping back. Okay. It. So we're working out again our glutes and our quads, and it's great the way you're building your arms there to give you that extra bit of stability. You can keep them working, keep your heart rate going. Excellent. So up to you, you can alternate legs or do the same leg for the amount of repetitions. So we're working on 10. So if you're doing alternating legs, so you've got to do 20 or 10 on each leg. Okay, that makes sense? Yep. Great. All right, then we're going to get you back on the bike. We won't do that just at the moment because we're going to go back there in a second. But we're going to get you back on the bike and we're going to work that heart rate up a bit higher than we can do warm up. So we want to get your heart rate to about 90%. Yep. So you're working quite hard and we want to make sure that you're doing that for at least a minute, then have a rest and do that 5 times over. So we're really working your heart rate, working your cardio there. Then we're going to come back and we're going to do use the same bar. And we're going to do a bent over row. So again, your feet need to be shoulder width apart to give you that stability. So you're bending over and you're simply rolling up. So we're using our upper body here, keeping our core nice and strong, using our trapezius and our deltoids, even our triceps are involved in this section. And we just want to bring it to about chest high. Okay, then we'll go. sharp end at your hips, feet nice and distance apart. You want to make sure that you're bringing those scapula in towards the back. So you should be able to feel that. Also working here on your trapezius. Can you feel those shoulder blades coming in? Right. Right, that looks good. Okay, great. Right, so again we're going to get you doing 10 of those and repeat that twice. The next one we've got you doing is a dumbbell push-up. Now again, we want to make sure those dumbbells are nice and stable because we are doing the push-up on them. So it's just simply dumbbells as you would normally place your hands on the ground with using dumbbells. Start at knees just to get used to the technique. And you want to make sure they're about shoulders apart, elbows come out, and just straight back up. What we're concentrating on here is making sure that we're keeping our core strong. So we want it nice and straight. You can try it on your toes if you like. Oops. But I find these just to keep it technique right to the knees. So make sure your weights are about shoulder width apart where you would normally place your hands. And again, we're working on that upper body strength, so it's all about the deltoids. But we're also working our core because we make sure our core is strong. So it should be directly underneath the shoulders. That looks really good, right, Erica? So straight down, core's nice and strong. How does that feel? Great. Okay, and straight back up. Excellent. All right. Now we're going to go out into the cycle now. So we'll do that now, and then we'll do our punches out now. You actually want to work you a bit harder here, so we want to get your heart rate to around 90%. So we're going to increase your intensity. Excellent. And we're going to do this for 60 seconds, so you're working really hard. Can you feel that working in your muscles? Relax your shoulders, keep your core strong, working really hard. That looks really good, Rach. You've obviously done a few spin classes. Erica, sorry. Again, so 60 seconds, work really hard, rest off for 15. How does that feel? That's good. Okay, I can see you've done that before. All right, that's great. And then the last two exercises we've got are just simply a plank and a crunch. So what I want you doing for your plank is again focusing on that core. So let's start with the knees. You want to make sure that your core is nice and strong. If you feel like you're really good at it, you can come up, but I want to make sure that your core is strong and flat. Okay, and holding it there for the maximum amount you can. So holding it there for the maximum amount of time and then rest down for 15 seconds. Okay? Alright, let's see how you go with that one. Good, nice strong core. Excellent. And we're really incorporating a lot of the muscles in the body here. We're obviously upper body strength, but also core, because we're having to suck in our abs, suck in your glutes to keep that position nice and strong. Excellent, okay, relax. Right, so what we'll do those is maximum. So we want you to go right to the max, hold as long as you can, come down and have a rest for 15 seconds, and then we're going to get you to repeat that 3 times. Okay, then we're working on the crunches. So the crunches are the same. We want to really focus on those abdominal muscles. Keep your knees bent. Keep your arms out to the side of the head. So we don't want to use our arms to pull that head up. Just nice and slow, keeping them out strong. So we feel that contraction in the abs. You can actually use it to your knees if you like. Bring your knees a bit higher if you need to. Okay, so it's just about using your abdominals to keep them strong. Alright, let's hop you back and explain a bit about the pull down to you. So again, this is now the opposite. So we've worked really hard, we've got your cardio up, we've done a lot of resistance work to get your muscles nice and warm and active. Now we're just going to pull you back down to a resting state. So we want to now take off a bit of pressure, make sure that you're nice and relaxed, keeping the shoulders relaxed and just cycling on until your heart rate gets back to about resting rate. And then really importantly, you mustn't forget to do those dynamic stretches as well that we talked about. So all of your glutes, your hamstrings, your upper body all needs to be stretched out to make sure that as we're doing all this work, we're not losing anything on your flexibility as well, because we need that to be maintained. So how do you think you're going to go, Rach, with all of that? Do you think you're going to get towards your goals? Erica?
I think it'll be great.
Have you got a particular goal in mind? Is there a special dress or a special occasion?
No, I think it's just for health.
Well, that's great. All right. Well, that's great. It's something to focus on when you're doing those really hard numbers, especially in the middle there, we're on the bike and we're working that intensity really hard. You know, try and focus on those aspects of your program, because we want to make sure that you're happy. Because if you're happy, you're going to keep coming back and doing it, and you'll be able to reach your goals. Any questions at all, Erica?
Not really. That sounds great.
You've done well today. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.